Alright guys, jumping into the second heist of the Hardcore Henry pack that came out the other day. This one is Boiling Point, and on Deathwish, of course. Obviously this one is not a stealth mission, it's loud as all hell. Jumping in with a group of friends. I think this was I believe this was our first run on Deathwish 2. They did actually change a couple of the mechanics on it from the first day to the second day. Apparently there was some imbalance with the damage that some of the guards did, or the cops, or whoever you want to call them, the Russians. So it hurt like hell. They would drop you in a couple of hits. So I did a couple of runs on the first day of this heist, and it was pretty bad. It was pretty crazy. So they did fix it the next day, and here we are jumping in, giving it some Deathwish, using a grinder build. Baby Deagle as a secondary, GL40 as the primary, light ballistic vest, and all the grinder goodness that you can want and wish for. This heist is actually broken up into, I would probably say, what, 4 different parts. First part being out in this open snowy area where it can be a little crazy. Russians coming at you from all different angles. And what you need to do is grab the C4 pack, stick that onto the little satellite that there is in 4 different spots, blow that bad boy up. And then the main part of this is trying to hack the missile launcher to get through the wall into the inside of the compound where the big bomb is located. So the idea is that you kind of just try and stay alive here, dealing with dozers, shields, tasers, cloakers, and regular Russians, but they've got kind of a Russian spin on them. They've got a different look to them. They obviously act the same way. So it's kind of cool what they did. It's a little crazy out here. You kind of don't know what's going on. One big tip would be to try and stick together as much as you can. The spawns for where the rocket launcher, or the missile launcher I guess it's called, and the satellite that you got to blow up can be in different locations. So you can be running around a little bit trying to find them. The whole point of this, like I said, is to use the missile launcher to get through the damn wall. But it can get a little hectic, especially when you're not running a heavy armor build out here. Your armor doesn't really get a lot of time to regenerate. But it is a cool little part of the heist. Sometimes you haven't got a damn clue where you're getting shot from. A hell of a different change of pace from the Murky Station that came with this one. That one being a stealth only, this one being a loud only. Although saying that, they say it's loud only, but I haven't tried ECM rushing the beginning of it. Not that I think that would work at all. I do like the look of this heist though. It's kind of nice. Nice snowy detail. It'd be nice if there was some snow falling, that would look pretty cool too. The second part of the heist, like I said, is when you get within the compound. You have to set off the bomb, the AMP or whatever it is. The third section of the heist is once that bomb has gone off, you can go down into the basement. And once you play this for the first or second time, it can be a little confusing downstairs what you actually have to do. But you'll see that as we get downstairs. It can be a little crazy down there. There is a turret head that can spawn too, so that can make things a little interesting, especially because you're not going to be bringing ECMs for this. So either try and blow that damn thing up, take its armor off and blow it up, or just deal with where it spawns. And then the part after you've actually got through all the weirdness is actually trying to escape the compound, so you will be back going through where we blow the hole in the wall and back through this section here. But of course, what we all know and love in open areas, and especially areas where you can't see with all the damn trees and snow and blending in, is the good old snipers. So snipers are always fun. Here we go, look. So now we're just going to hack this thing and blow through the damn wall. EMP is going to be on the other side. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a nice looking map. It's kind of a... I'm assuming that it's kind of a dawn or dusk time. Probably dawn. I think the sun's setting. It's pretty sweet. I do like the idea of re-skinning the cloakers and the shields and the bulldozers and, well, I guess the specials in general. And just the regular guards, in fact, the police. There is a bunch of new achievements with this Hardcore Henry Pack 2, and I think there's probably like 5 or 6. on this heist alone. Some pretty fun ones to do. Worth looking into if you want a bit of a challenge. I do think there's one on here that's similar to where you're just not allowed to get down. So, not done that one yet, but I will be trying it. You can do that one on Overkill or Deathwish difficulty. So that's kind of a challenge if you were to do it on Deathwish. Just no downs at all. Don't think I'll be trying that on Deathwish anytime soon. So now you saw the EMP is inside this compound. You have to take a plate off it and activate it. That EMP can be on the inside too. It doesn't always spawn on the outside there. It can sometimes be located on the inside in a couple of different spots actually. And of course, just like drills and anything else, these Russians can interrupt the good old EMP going off, so you have to go down into the madness to restart the thing. This GL40 is a beaut. Been stuck on Infamy 2 while I was doing this. I actually got to level 100 within this Infamy after my second reset, and it was announced that these heists were coming out. So I didn't want to go Infamy 3 and then not have decent enough builds to do a first run through of the stealth in this loud house. So kind of stayed as trying to take a bulldozer on there. Not going to work. So I kept all my high builds and everything so I could do a couple of runs. Since doing this run, I have gone Infamous. So I'm now Infamy 3, just in case you care. Or if you like to say I'm Infamy 55, because I've done 2 resets. So that's the way I like to see it. Bringing my little first aid kits. I only bring 7 with me, but as long as the rest of your team are bringing up the rear with some more first aid kits, ammo bags and doctor bags. That's kind of crucial on Deathwish that you guys coordinate and you don't all bring the same thing, or you don't all bring meds, you don't all bring just ammo, so it's a good mix. You will see that I have reinstalled Hoxhood after doing the Hoxton Breakout Stealth Day 2 and Shadow Raid Loud, and what was the other one? The Shatter Heist, the totally modded heist. Actually disabled Hoxhood for me, so glad to get that back. I couldn't get the mod heists working with Hoxhood. Googled it a few times, but I think it's because it uses a different thing. I think it's called Beardlib or something that you download, and then I think that kind of takes over where the Hoxhood would sit. So loving this Baby Deagle, one of my favourites. I think one of the best pistols in the game. Oh boy, and it's Flash City around here. Of course you're going to get downed a lot on Deathwish. Well, not a lot, but enough. It's always a lot of fun, Deathwish, especially on new heists. The first time I played this, I kind of ran around, didn't know what the hell was going on. This being our first Deathwish run, I did have a clue because I'd played it on Overkill before. But based on when the heist first came out, and it had that crazy difficulty of being shotgunned by these Russians, it basically works like... thanks, Cloaky, didn't even make a sound. But what it was where you have the thugs in Hotline Miami or in Rats or in Firestarter, they dealt that kind of damage, so where it would be, you would be down after 2 or 3 hits. That was kind of what it was like when this heist first came out. So I know a bunch of people did it on Deathwish on that first day, and congrats on that. I think I gave Overkill difficulty maybe 3 or 4 tries, and the public lobby I was in, we just couldn't get it. So we ended up quitting, and then I see a tweet from the Payday Game Twitter saying that they changed it and made it a bit more realistic. So there you can see the EMP's gone off. Now we go into the next part, which is down this little lab area, and kind of gets a little crazy down here too. Nothing too mental, to be honest. You have to go over to this thing. You need a scientist's hand. You got to find the hand somewhere. I didn't know whether you just had to get any old scientist or whatever and just grab it, but he finds a hand, and then you throw that on there, and then you start the thing up. Then you got to throw a body on there too. I guess any body works. You just find a body and throw it on there, and then you scan. It also seems though, because once you've scanned one body, you can stick another on there. So I think you can actually get a bunch more XP just by doing more bodies, because obviously you get paid for doing it. So there we get a great spawn for the turret head in a real bad spot. It would have been awesome for to have an ECM, because once that starts popping off, if there's... I'm getting nailed there. I thought I was a teammate, but he actually was not a teammate. Do have the good old pistol Messiah though. Don't leave home without it. It's always a good one to have, especially if you run this build with a rocket launcher, or not rocket launcher, but a grenade launcher as your primary, pistol as your secondary. Pistol Messiah is a great one to have. I think I actually have it aced on this too, so that's a good help. Because if shit's popping off and your teammates are on a different side of the map, having their own trouble, you don't want them running over to you and trying to inspire you up, or at worst trying to just get you up by, you know, the usual methods. So far it's just about protecting the scanner in here, so nothing too mental, but it's not that crazy just yet. What it makes this a lot easier is, as I just get smashed in the face by some shotgun bullets, but is that it's kind of tight area around here, and you can easily escape around to the other side. So Molotovs obviously help as I throw one, and of course Molotovs are beautiful when you've got Grinder. Of course there's a PAL box too, which is always a beaut. There is an option in the build that I use to not ace Pistol Messiah, but take the I forget what it's called, the skill where you when you've got hostages, you regen health every 4 seconds or something. That's kind of interchangeable to me, because it's not always applicable to a heist. If, you know, if there's no hostages to take, and you don't just want to get a cop and have them sit there, so, because I'm getting pushed around like a pinball. So I would say I prefer Pistol Messiah, but so here we go. We grabbed the server after we got into this little room here. Yeah, I prefer Pistol Messiah. Makes you a bit more of a force to be reckoned with when shit starts going off. So now we are ready to leave. It's just a matter of getting the shit out of here. As you can see, there are a lot of specials coming in now. But I remember when I was playing this on Overkill difficulty that there was a briefcase that you had to find. So I'm not sure what the deal is with the briefcase, whether it's a random event that you have to grab the briefcase or not, but there was no briefcase needed on this one, as I'm getting shot by every special under the sun. One thing I've learnt to do, and it's probably goes without saying when you think about it, but if one of your teammates goes down in a hallway like that one, for example, with all kinds of shit going on, with like 2 dozers and a taser and a cloak around them, just a tip, don't inspire them up right in the middle of it, because they're just going to go down again. Is throw a Molotov. You know, you've got like 30 seconds to get them up, so try and take care of everything around them. Your down teammate, give them a fighting chance before you get them up. That's a lot of people don't do that. That's why I say it. Not to say that it's not common, but it can be a little frustrating, as we're getting completely caned by these dozers right now. But having a grenade launcher helps, because you can stun them pretty easily. And the Baby Deagle, I've got I think I've got low blow too, so I think I've got a concealment of 10, so I'm getting some critical damage percentage. So I'm not sure what the calculation works out. Maybe a 20%. I think maybe a little less, maybe 15%. But once you take that visor off that bulldozer and you mark him out, got a nice sweet little damage bonus from marking out specials too. Is it like 15% or something from another skill? Because none of those shots hit. So now we're on our way up to the top. These cloakers are all coming through. inspires a dream. And coming up to the top here, this is where I was kind of a little weary now because the snipers not having full armor either. 3 of us are running grinder builds here, and Madobo is using a tank build, so he's our ammo man. But obviously a sniper, when you're only wearing a ballistic vest or your suit, a sniper takes all of your armor plus some, I think. As soon as you get that shot. Gets a little crazy out here. It is a little open, and there's no, well, for me at least, there's no way that I can see where these snipers are. I can barely see the lasers coming at me from the snipers, so. Nope. So I also think that at this point the heist is dying down. It's not saying so in my Hawks Hood thing there with 45 guys left on the map, but you just get that feeling sometimes, you know. And it's just a matter of trying to get out there. I don't even know here whether, see, I'm seeing red lasers, but God knows where they're coming from. For all I know, they're coming from my teammates, you know. A little tactical laser. I just saw one there as I just got nailed. Sniper on the top of the building. I'm walking a little slower because I've got the master server. And we're actually, as I get cloaked, I didn't even hear the cloaker. Not even close to me, but. And now we're running out of no more ammo, only 2 little first aid kits between us all. I'm going to take mine right here. And then it's almost time just to say, screw it, let's get the freak out of here. I hear sniper out, and then I'm thinking, let's just get the hell out. Only got 1 rocket launcher. Oh, why do I keep calling it a rocket launcher? There's no rockets. They don't launch. Well, I guess it does launch because it's a grenade launcher. Nope. Dropped it to go get some ammo, but someone already took it. You get good XP for this heist too. I just saw the value of that server, and it was saying it was what, like 1.2 million. And now it's just time to risk it. Go back through hell. And for the escape, I was thinking that tree branch up there was a sniper. That's why I ended up stopping there. But there's 2 different escapes here too. There's this one down to the right, and there's one down to the left too that you can also get. Once you get through this bit here, you got a couple of snipers on that ridge, and then you're pretty much free and clear once you get to this part. I would have thought that it would have made it super bad around here, but nope. Makes it pretty easy. And then it's just a matter of using Inspire to get your mates up, and you're good to go. I'm surprised there's no dozer down here waiting or something like that. But overall, I like this heist. It's a lot of fun trying some of the achievements out too. And that's it. That is it. You'll see we get the Boiling Point Red Snow achievement. That's it, boys. Look at the loot items. Look at the money. It's not bad at all. Not bad at all, my friends.